What's up, guys? Jay Little here with more PackCrackers. Technically, this is the 600th episode, but this officially kicks off Corset 2019 week. I have what eventually will be 600 cards I'm going to open. I'm going to open up this box of 2019 Corset setage. Also, just so everybody knows, my buddy Casey is here. Say what's up, Casey.
What up?
He said, "What up, fools?" You're not fools. I mean, some of you might be fools. We'll see about that. So we got 2019 Corset, blah, there's all the stuff. There's exactly 36 packs of Magic the Gathering in this box right here that you can kind of, what is happening there? This box just got a boner. Good job, box. I'm proud of you. But I got 36 packs here, and I know what you're saying. 36 times 15 is a bunch of numbers, but not 600 cards. But this is why Casey's here. Casey was nice enough to make it an even 40. So we'll open these packs last. We'll see what Casey gets last. We'll see what I get this time. Normally I just dump the box out, but since this isn't the giveaway, which will be next Thursday if I'm doing my brain math correctly. I'm probably not. But I'm not going to dump them out. I'm going to be neat and tidy. Look at me not making a mess yet. I'm going to set these up here. Right there. Right here. I'm going to have Casey, as I open these, I'm going to take out the rare or the mythic. I'm really only going to talk about those. I'm just going to go through the commons and uncommons real quick. Otherwise, this will be a bazillion year long episode. So we got some Corset 2019. This is a Johnny. There's also what I'm assuming is Vivian, Sarkhan, Liliana. And I don't know if there's any other. Oh, there's Tezzeret. What's up, Tezzeret? How you doing? How you doing? That might be it. We'll find out later.
Yeah.
So we're opening up a Johnny. I'm not sure if that was even the first one I picked up. Hey, look at that. Your source for all things Magic. Magic the Gathering. .goddamn.com. Casey is in charge of moving the mouse so it doesn't go into screensaver mode. I am recording. Okay. So I'd be really sad if I wasn't recording right now. Tormenting Voice, Dwarven Priest, Rock's Oracle, Child of Night. Remember, you can pause to read a little bit more about them if you need to. Wall of Mist. These are mostly reprints, so if you played Magic for a while, you probably know half of these at least. Take Vengeance, Root Snare, Electrify, Walking Corpse, Snapping Drake. My first uncommon is Rogue's Gloves. Colossal Majesty is my second uncommon. Third uncommon, Draconic Disciple. And my rare is Thorn Lieutenant. I was actually telling Casey about this card earlier today, I think. No, this is a different card. Never mind. Thorn Lieutenant is 1 and a green. It's an elf warrior. Whenever Thorn Lieutenant becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token. You can pay 5 and a green, and this gets +4/+4 ton of turn. But it starts out as a 2/3.
No, you were telling me about that one too.
Was I? Oh yes, yes I was. Because Casey's working on his little elf deck. Hopefully it works out well. Then I got a Force and a Knight, whatever. Now, Casey, what I need from you, other than, awesome commentary, if you wouldn't mind, while you're sitting there, to order these by color and, separate the basic lands and the tokens and stuff separately, if you don't mind. If you're bored, if they're multicolors, put them in a separate pile. If they're artifacts, put them in a separate pile. While you're doing that, I'm going to leave the rares and stuff out because I'm going to look at them at the end of the show, or in the end of the video.
Oh.
So that was 1 of 40 packs. He sees something he likes. He's going to open up this next pack. He's going to check out those cards for a while. And we got Mighty Leap. Cancel. I cancel my subscription to whatever that is. Giant Spider, because I don't have 8 million of these already. Walking Corpse, Snapping Drake, Gearsmith Guardian. We got Druid of the Cowl, Smelt, Lich's Caress, Volley Veteran, Gasbark Twins is my second uncommon because Volley Veteran was my first uncommon. Vampire Sovereign, I do like them vampires, and I see already I got a foil. Foil already. Demanding Dragon is my rare. It's 3, 2 red, Dragon 5/5 flying, and when it enters the battlefield, it deals 5 damage to target opponent, unless that player sacrifices a creature. I'm gonna set that right there. And I got a foil Volcanic Dragon. This is an old school card. I really like this card that came out. It is a 4 and 2 red, 4/4 flying with haste. Nothing super special, but I remember that from way back in the long ago. Leave those to Casey Fuller to sort out. I'm just going to drop that one on the floor because that's what I do. Core set 2019. Oh, also, just to let you know, in case you're thinking there's a giveaway in this video, there is not. No giveaway in this video. If you want a guaranteed giveaway, tune in next Thursday when Core Set Week is official. This is just a prelude to Core Set Week. But I got Daybreak Chaplain, Scholar of Stars, Tormenting Voice, Giant Sweater, more of those, that's great. Epicure of Blood, Shock, Naturalize, Luminous Bonds, Vampire Neonate, that must be a new one. First uncommon is Lightning Mare. There's a, for those who are getting into 2019, there's a cycle of mares, one for each color, that do different things. A Herald of Faith, Mirror Image, and my rare is a Detection Tower. It's a land. I can tap to add a colorless, or I can pay 1 and tap. And until end of turn, your opponents and creatures your opponents control with hexproof can be the targets of spells and abilities you control as though they didn't have hexproof. So fuck yo hexproof. And I got another foil, Loxodon Linebreaker. It's an uncommon foil. Not a big deal. There you go, Casey. Sorts them out.
I like that land there.
It's not bad, especially if you have a lot of assholes that play hexproof cards. Not saying that there's anybody at Fight Club, because we don't talk about Fight Club, but I think Casey knows what I'm talking about when I say Fight Club. We got Guilds of Ravnica. Oh yeah, they're also, just to let you know, they're also, next set, they're coming back to Ravnica again, because they were already at Ravnica twice. The next one, I guess, October 5th, 2018, is called Guilds of Ravnica. Is the next one that comes out, so a couple months.
In a couple of months, when they bring that back out, is it going to be just reprints of them, or
no? Like when they did the Return to Ravnica, they put in a lot of new cards. They kept the same guilds because there's 10 different guilds.
Okay.
And they kept it like they gave them each new. For example, my favorite guild, since we're talking about it, Casey, as I'm going through these cards real quick, I just hit the camera. I'm fucked. As I'm going through the cards real quick, my favorite guild is Simic, which is green-blue. Remember, you can always pause if you want to read about them. Green-blue, which in the original Ravnica set was, their special ability was Graft, which means it enters with whatever counters. Graft 4 enters with 4 +1/+1 counters on it.
Oh.
Now, anytime any other creature comes into the battlefield, you can move those counters that's on that creature onto them, if you wanted.
Oh.
So then, in the Return to Ravnica block, Simic had what was it? Evolve, which means, say for example, there's a Cloudfin Raptor, which is a really good card if you ever get one. It comes out as a 0/1 creature, but anytime you bring out a creature that has a higher toughness or a higher power than Ravnica, what was it I said a second ago? Cloudfin Raptor, it gets +1/+1. It gets a +1/+1 counter on it. So if you keep bringing out bigger creatures, you're good to go. And my rare in this pack is a Johnny's Last Stand. It's 2 whites. It's an enchantment, and whenever a creature or planeswalker you control dies, you may sacrifice this. If you do, create a 4/4 white avatar creature token with flying. When a spell or ability an opponent controls causes you to discard this card, if you control planes, create a 4/4 white avatar creature token with flying. All right, I'll take it. Oh, first foil rare of the day. It's Dragon's Horde. I'm Smaug, and I have all the gold and whatever that thing is that Thorin wanted. But it's a 3-drop artifact. Whenever a dragon enters the battlefield under your control, put a gold counter on Dragon's Horde. You can tap and remove a gold counter from Dragon's Horde to draw a card, or you can tap to add 1 mana of any color. That's not shabby.
So if
I
you
likes it.
think about it, every time bringing a dragon, you really just
Yeah.
being a gold digger.
Yeah. You're digging that dragon gold. If there's some kind of gold you want to dig, it's dragon gold, I would say.
Yeah.
Sure Strike, Mighty Leap, Almond Speaker. That's a recent reprint. I've seen that one recently. Goblin
Ooh, the
Instigator.
Dragon Egg.
Doomed Dissenter, Rock's Oracle, Strangling Spores, Crash Through, Colossal Dreadmaw. You know what, I'm not even going to read these because it's just going to take for goddamn ever now that I think about it, because we've already been going for 10 minutes. So I'm just going to go through them real quick. Pause if you need to read about it. Ooh, my first mythic, Apex of Power, costs 7 and 3 red, so 10 mana total. That's a sorcery. You exile the top 7 cards of your library. Until end of turn, you may cast non-land cards exiled this way. If the spell was cast from your hand, add 10 mana of any one color. So really, it's a free spell essentially, because it costs 10 mana to bring out, but you get 10 mana if you played it from your hand. So you get that 10 mana back. So if you have like a dual color deck, like if you have a bunch of mountains and you need swamps or something, like okay, I'll play these like 8 mountains and these 2 swamps, and then I'll give myself 10 swamps instead. That's my first mythic, Swamp and an Ox.
It's a good card and everything, but boy, in a quick match or one-on-one, it's not gonna be too good. But in a duel with several people, oh yeah.
It's gonna take at least 10 turns just to play it, let alone.
Unless you have, unless you're in an elf deck.
Yeah, you could definitely, like, you have a red-green elf deck that you're working on.
I do, yes.
So you need that red in that one. My uncommon on this pack is Banefire. X in a red sorcery. This deals X damage to any target. If X is 5 or more, the spell can't be countered and the damage can't be prevented.
Oh.
Yup. Then I got a mountain and a goblin.
So no, would that cancel out like a fog or something?
Yeah, it would. I mean, they would play the fog after you already played that card, so it'd be kind of actually, yeah, they play the fog after you play that card, so they probably wouldn't. They probably just wouldn't play the fog.
Okay.
Perhaps. Hey, I made a big Facebook post about this one. Lava Axe. Where would you, let me know in the comments where you would store a lava axe. In your neighbor's shed, because if you don't like your neighbor, it's a good place to put it. Like I said, I'm just going to go through these real quick, just talk about the rares. I'm going to be opening a whole nother booster box, a whole nother core set thing, or another bundle, and a bunch of other Planeswalker packs.
I see they are bringing back some merfolk.
Oh, they're murphing it up. My rare in this pack is Lathis, Dragon Queen, is a legendary dragon, so I'm glad I got one of these. As you can see, the legendary art at the top that they started in Dominaria, that's a new thing. It's 4/2 red. Casey Fuller do like. He's gonna say something else. I'm assuming, but then I kind of cut him off. So I apologize. What were you gonna say, Casey? Say what you're gonna say.
It's actually nice, other than the regular designs and pictures they had on all the other cards for legendaries.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a nice new tone to it.
Yeah, it's not too shabby. It shows that this one's important for some reason. But it's 4/2 red. It's a 6/6 legendary creature dragon, flying, and whenever another non-token dragon enters the battlefield under your control, create a 5/5 red dragon creature token with flying. Then you can pay 1 and a red, and dragons you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Not too shabby. And then I got a foil Vampire Neonite. Got one of those earlier, and Island. So we'll open up another pack, 2019 core set. For those who don't know, core sets were taken off. They're never doing another core set for a whole year, and then they ended up doing another one. I think the last one was 2015, actually. Because there wasn't one last year or the year before that. So I think last one was 2015. I think I opened up some of those packs on my channel. So we'll see Boop, boop, boop. We got another legendary creature. This is Psy, Master Thropterist. It's 2 and a blue. It's a human artificer. It's 1/4. And whenever you cast an artifact spell, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying, and you can pay 1, a blue, and sacrifice 2 artifacts to draw cards. So that's the other. Then I got Knight and an island token, or Knight token and an island is what I wanted to say, but I didn't. Next motherfucking pack. I'm making Casey sort these out so I don't have to later. I'm just being an asshole.
Not really. It's actually
Get to look at them real quick.
yeah.
See what you're getting in your box. Me and Casey decided to go halfsies on. Well, I guess not halfsies. We each paid for our own. But he got a box, a booster box, and a bundle. Hopefully, I can talk him into doing a little guest appearance on PackCrackers, so he can talk about his bundle pack that he got. At least
Have me over whenever. Just let me know.
any old time. Then I got my what is it? Rare. Yeah, that's what it is. And this pack is Dark Dweller Oracle. That's 1 and a red Goblin Shaman 2/2. You can pay 1 and sack a creature. Then you can exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Kinda alright. Kinda okay. Then I got a Timber Gorge and a Soldier token.
But out of the couple of years I've been playing Magic, I realized the last couple of sets they came out with, they've been bringing back goblins a lot more.
Yeah, goblins are super important in Magic. Goblins, elves. Goblins are like the red creature of choice. Elves are like the green creature of choice. Black is zombies and or vampires, I guess. Green, or did green? Blue is merfolk, obviously. And what was the other color? White. That's it. Is humans.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I had
Or
a
angels.
nice human deck going on for a while.
Dude, if you're looking for good human cards, check out the 2 Innistrad blocks, Innistrad and Shadows over Innistrad. A lot of really good. Ooh, there's a 2-headed zombie. I already like that.
What?
Yeah. And if you're looking for like good humans and stuff, check out the Innistrad. There's Innistrad followed by not Eldritch Moon was the second one. I can't remember what was after Innistrad. Dark Ascension followed by Avacyn Restored, followed by Shadows over Innistrad, followed by Eldritch Moon. I think were the 5. Ooh, got a mythic. We got Arcades or Arcadis. The Strategist. 1, a green, a white, and a blue. All the colors of the rainbow except red and black. It's a 3/5 legendary creature Elder Dragon. Has flying vigilance, and whenever a creature with Defender enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. Each creature you control with Defender assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power and can attack as though it didn't have Defender. So basically, oh, you're not afraid of my Defender army that I have now? Well, guess what? They're no longer defenders. They're attackers.
You know it.
So go fuck yourself. That is a $9 card.
I was actually just looking at that card.
I got Thopter and Mountain.
For my dragon deck.
Oh, well, now you can't have it because it's mine. We'll probably do some trades once we open up all our 4 sets.
Yeah.
Because I absolutely 100% need the new Nicol Bolas. It's a $30. Let me double check. It might be a $40 card. It's a $40 card. But I'm making an all Nicol Bolas deck, which I want to have one of each of the Nicol Bolas Planeswalkers in it.
Okay.
So hopefully one of us in our 3 booster boxes that we got here will get a Nicol Bolas. I'm gonna be really angry because I let Casey pick which box he wanted and which fat pack or which bundle he wanted. So if he gets it and I don't, I'm gonna be quite upset. Oh, dinosaur time! This is my rare of this pack. It's Runic Armasaurs, 1, 2 green, 2/5, and whenever an opponent activates an ability of a creature or land that isn't a mana ability, you may draw a card. So in other words, if they do something that taps it, do 1 damage to target creature, I draw a card. So get fucked. Hey, this is the card I want, but it's not actually the card I want. Use this card to represent a double-faced Nicol Bolas card in your library or hand. This is a token. It's a token card. kind of like the checklist cards that you get from like Innistrad, where like the
Okay.
werewolves and stuff that you flip. I was like, oh, I just saw Nicol Bolas. I saw the words Nicol Bolas, but guess what? Not the one I wanted. So, let's see. Remember, guys, there's no giveaway this episode. Tune in next Thursday for a guaranteed 2019 giveaway.
So, should I just put this in your token?
Yeah, put that in the tokies. Also, if you want to just merge all of the multicolored cards into one pile, feel free to. You don't have to keep them separate from color combination. Oh, there's dwarfs back. Look at that. There's a dwarf. Dwarfs are back, guys.
Oh,
From Kaladesh. If you got a dwarf deck, go ahead and level it up, I guess. Don't have a dwarf deck. It's not a super common like creature type quite yet in Magic. Gutter Snipe's back. Check out the new artwork on Gutter Snipe. I love the Gutter Snipe. I have one in my burn deck.
I've never seen a Gutter Snipe.
Never seen a Gutter Snipe? You've seen it because we played and I brought out a Gutter Snipe. It didn't look like that though.
Okay. Now I know.
Yeah. So my rare in this pack is Chaos Wand, 3-drop artifact. I can pay 4. Let me center that. I can pay 4 and tap it, and target opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile an instant or sorcery card. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost, then put the exiled cards that weren't cast this way on the bottom of that library in a random order. Not bad. So if you know if like your buddy's playing a burn deck, you'd be like, you know what, I want to do some burns too, if you don't mind. Then I got a foil Thornhide Wolves. I almost said a Timber Horde Wolves. Not sure where I got those words from. I'm not saying I've been drinking, but I've been drinking. No, of course not. So we're going to go through the commons real quick. Remember, you can always pause because this is already a 21-minute goddamn video. And I'm not even halfway through the cards here. And my rare in this pack is Sarkhan's Unsealing. It's 3 and a red enchantment. Whenever you cast a creature spell with power 4, 5, or 6, this deals 4 damage to any target. Whenever you cast a creature spell with power 7 or greater, this deals 4 damage to each opponent and each creature and planeswalker they control. But then also, the downside of that is you have to play a creature with power 7 or greater. So, good luck doing that anytime soon. You can bring that on turn 4, but it's kind of pointless until at least turn like 6 or 7.
5.
Yeah, unless you have like something that'll speed up the. Oh, Casey Fuller, up top me right now. Don't even look at the screen. Up top me, because I just got Nicol Bolas, the Ravager. It is a legendary creature, Elder Dragon. It's 1, a blue, a black, and a red. It's 4/4. It has flying. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card. I can pay 4, blue, a black, and a red, and exile this. Then return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. Activate this ability only anytime you could cast a sorcery, and it flips to this. Nicol Bolas, the Arisen. It's a planeswalker. It starts with 7 counters. Its +2 is draw 2 cards. Its -3 is this deals 10 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Holy fuck. Its -4 is put target creature or planeswalker card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. And its -12, I don't want to read this because it's -12, is exile all but the bottom card of target player's library. So hey, you know how you have like a 100-card deck? Well, I do this. Now you have a 1-card deck. So that
now,
is
are
fucking
you
amazing.
lucky that you're not giving anything away this?
I'm super happy. That wouldn't have been the one I would have given away, because I'd give away the first one, which would have been
this one here.
No, that's a rare. Mythic would have been the Apex of Power. So I would have given that one away, and I would have kept my
Ebola.
My Nicol Bolas. My Ebola. Yes, I would have kept my Ebola. And
that's
I got
what it seems like.
I mean, it might as well be at this point. And my foil is Horizon Scholar. It is a uncommon foil, so I'm glad I got an uncommon foil. That's always good. So now I got the most expensive card. I mean, technically the most expensive card is that in foil form. That's still a $40 card. So what I need next is either a Crucible of Worlds or a Tezzeret Artifice Master. Crucible of Worlds is a $22 card, which isn't bad. However, I'm really upset because they actually reprinted the Crucible of Worlds, and I already had one from the original set it came out in, which was worth like 120. Now it's worth like 95. Ooh, my first, or actually my only rare, as it turns out, is Frayne not Impotence, Omnipotence, the exact opposite of Impotence. It's 3 and 2 black sorcery. Each player loses half their life, then discards half the cards in their hand, then sacrifices half the creatures they control. Round up each time, if you don't mind. Not a bad one, not a bad one. They got a Cinder Barons and a Thopter token. And we got another pack. We still got about 20 packs or so left, roughly. There's that Fire Axe I talked about. Like I said, you can, I mean, I'm going to have a lot of videos for 2019 core sets, so if you don't get to see all these cards as they come out, that's fine. You can pause, read about them, whatever. But this is my rare Lena Selfless Champion. It's a legendary creature, Human Knight. 4 and 2 white. It's a 3/3 creature. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token for each non-creature token you control. You can sacrifice this, and creatures you control with power less than this gain indestructible 10 of turns. So that's not bad. I'll take it.
I like this land card here.
Oh, that, dude, I have so many of those Rupture Spires. If you need a couple, just let me know. I got butt tons of Rupture Spires. Rupture Spire, and there's another one. Oh, the fuck is it? It came out in the Return to Ravnica block, which does the same exact thing as
Was
that
the one where you can pay 1 mana, or you can just tap it?
Something like that. No, it was exactly like it had the same words as the Rupture Spire did. It was thespian something, not lesbian, as I had hoped at one point, but thespian.
Right?
But I got a rare legendary creature bear. That is Goreclaw, Terror of Qualsisma. It's 3 and a green. It's 4/3, and creature spells you cast with power 4 or greater cost 2 less to cast. So that's pretty awesome. Couple that with the one that, which one was it? This guy. Couple that with this guy. Perfect red green combo. Whenever this attacks, each creature you control with power 4 or greater deals or gets +1/+1 and gains trample 10 of turn. I got Woodland Stream and a zombie token. That's going in my zombie horde deck. I haven't posted the video, but Casey was here battling the zombie horde deck with me. There were some good times, there were some bad times, mostly bad times.
Wish I got a new deck to verse that horde deck with.
Uh-oh. Season 2, Magic Horde. Casey bringing his deck.
And it's made out of Donmari. I think I said that right.
Dominaria?
Yeah, Don.
Yeah. There's another one of the mare cycle, the blue one, horsefish. It's a horsefish. And that's what it says on the card, man. I'm not making it up. You can look at it yourself. It's a rare is Demon of Catastrophes. Easy for me to want to say. 2 and 2 black. It's a demon 6/6, as most demons are. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature has flying and trample. Not terrible. You know, it's a 6/6 card for 4 mana essentially, and you just gotta, like, if you can sacrifice like a shitty like 0/1 or a 1/1 creature, it's definitely worth it.
Be grand token deck.
Yeah, no doubt. It's like, oh, I don't need this 1/1 sapperling, but I do need this 6/6 demon. So get fucked.
And you said that was a black?
2 black and 2 colorless. Now my rare in this pack is Amulet of Safekeeping. 2 drop artifact. Whenever you become the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter that spell or ability unless its controller pays 1, which is awesome. But not only that, it's essentially making all of target spells and abilities cost 1 more for your opponents. But also creature tokens get -1, -0. So if somebody's running a creature token deck, get hurt, is what I'm saying.
That's not very nice at all.
Kinda is. I need a sip of beverage.
But only if I'm running a deck that's destroying the token deck.
You don't
Then
gotta
it's
do that.
nice.
You don't gotta do that. Isn't did we figure out what was it that was reprinted in this one? Dude, that's crazy artwork for this infectious horror. Check that out. There you go, YouTube.
I thought I seen a spoiler of what is it?
Doubling season,
Yes.
or there's doubling season, then there's another one that's kind of parallel lives. Yeah.
And then there's also, I do believe, another card that kind of same thing as doubling seasons.
Something like that.
But I could be wrong.
Maybe one of those is in this set. I don't remember. Anyway, I got a Desecrated Tomb 3-drop artifact. Whenever one or more creature cards you leave your graveyard, create a 1/1 black bat creature token with flying. Almost said a black Batman. Not that there would be anything wrong with that. Hey, Guilds of Ravnica. I said that earlier. It's coming out October 5th, 2018. Dude, I love. We're gonna have to do this all again in October, Casey Fuller. So save your dollars.
Oh, is that when the next good set comes out?
Yeah, October 5th.
I'll have money saved.
That's still like 3 months away. Never mind. But I got Liliana's Contract. I'm working on a Liliana deck, so this might be nice. It's a rare 3 and 2 black. It's an enchantment. This enters the battlefield. You draw 4 cards and you lose 4 life. Okay. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 4 or more demons with different names, you win the game. Fuck putting this in my Liliana deck. I'm putting this in my demon deck.
I was gonna say, Little, you mind giving up a nice little card for a moment?
I mean, we can talk tradesies after the video, definitely. Because before we started recording this, I let him know that I really wanted that Nicole Bolas. Got one, so I don't need to trade him for shit. But there might be something else he gets that I want.
Well, I may even pull one.
He might. Oh, got the second highest price card in the deck, or in the set.
That's one I want.
This is the one I have the original set from in foil, which is now worth like $95, but it was like $120 until they reprinted this. But it's Crucible of Worlds. It's a 3-drop artifact, and I might play land cards from my graveyard, which is nice if you have something that will produce land cards to your graveyard. I don't really have any decks that will do that. I guess my Dredge deck might do that, but
it's also good if you're battling someone with a burn deck. Because not burn deck, but a mill deck.
Mill deck, yeah, definitely. Like, I'm not saying anybody at Fight Club does that who got decimated by my dinosaur deck, but there might be somebody at Fight Club that does that got decimated by my dinosaur deck.
As well as my sapling deck.
Also that.
So, you mill deck.
Get fucked. I got Phylactery Lich. I have one of these from the original set. This is a reprint. It's 3 black mana. This is a nice one for a zombie deck. It's 5/5 zombie. It's indestructible. As it enters the battlefield, put a phylactery counter on an artifact you control. When you control no permanents with phylactery counters on them, sacrifice this. So in other words, you bring this out if you already have an artifact. Don't bring this out if you don't have an artifact. I should say that. Bring this out after you have an artifact. Put a counter on it. As long as that artifact doesn't die, this guy stays alive forever. Unless you can, exile them or some shit like that. Already have one of those. Pretty good. Pre-goo zombie. Dude, I'm just making a mess over here, Casey. It's ridiculous.
Nah, you'll be good. Bit clean up.
I'm just gonna roll around in the open packs after Casey leaves naked. I mean, with the Speedo on. I mean, naked. I should say. Naked sounded better. My rare in this pack is Mystic Archaeologist. Okay, got it right that time. It's 1 and a blue human wizard, 2/1. I can pay 3 and 2 blue to draw 2 cards. That seems expensive just for 2 cards. So I'm not sure why that's a rare. That should be an uncommon. But I'm not happy about that one. But I already got that Nicol Bolas and the what was the other one? Crucible of Worlds. So I got the 2 most expensive cards in the set. Next up is Tezzeret Artifice Master is the next most expensive card, which is $20, followed by Johnny Adversary of Tyrants and Resplendent Angel that Johnny and the Angel are both $18. So hopefully I'll get both of those in this pack, or in this box, I should say. Boop, bop, boop. Oh, the Scarecrows are back. I remember those from the Lorwyn series. Scarecrows were cool.
I've gotten a couple of them throughout the years I've been playing.
Throughout the year you've been playing, what are you talking about?
The whole 3.
The whole 3 months. The last 25 minutes where you started playing Magic the Gathering is what you're saying. No, Casey's been playing a while. I'm glad he started playing. It gives me another buddy to play Magic with. But I got Leonin War Leader, 2 and 2 white. It's a 4/4 cat soldier. Whenever it attacks, I create 2 1/1 cat creature tokens with lifelink that are tapped and attacking. Not too bad. Not too bad. So we got this next one. Hopefully I'll get that of Johnny and that Angel and that Tezzeret, was it? Yeah, Tezzeret.
I like that land card though.
Oh, that Reliquary Tower where you don't have a maximum hand size?
Yeah.
I got a bunch of those, so keep that in mind in case a trade comes up later. Next pack, we're going through them real quick. And I got a hiccup, but I got a Graveyard Marshal. A Zombie Soldier. It's 2 black, 3/2. And I can pay 2 and a black and exile creature card from my graveyard and create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature token. Not bad. Oh, look at that double rare pack. You see that? You saw that. Double rares, one of which is foily. This is Thorn Lieutenant. We got one of these earlier, but not foil. It's that same Elf Warrior that creates a 1/1 green Elf Warrior token if something happens. So that's my first foil rare or mythic, as far as I remember. So those are the big money cards there. Get the foil, like the foil Nicol Bolas. If you're lucky enough to get that, is like 120 bucks. Let me double check that nonsense. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 packs left. Of the 2010 core set, plus the 4 Casey's helping me out with. He just reminded me ever so slyly. But let's see here. The foil Nicol Bolas card that I got is $110. I lied.
Oh.
I'm a shitty little liar boy.
Now I hope I pull the foil.
Oh, dude, if you pull the foil, if you foil the foil, I think I said by accident. If you pull the foil, I'm just gonna quit Magic.
I would trade you the foil for a doubling season.
If I get one, I have one. I have a doubling season.
I know you do.
Set. I don't know if I want to get rid. We'll have a chat about it. We'll have a chat about it. But
I've been after that card ever since I started playing.
I got a rare Valiant Knight. It's a 3 and a white human knight creature. It is 3/4, and other knights you control get +1/+1. And you can pay 3, 2 white, and knights you control gain double strike. So that's a good one. Double strike. Double strike is always badass. If you ever have the money, now it's going to be really expensive. But if you ever have the money to get the Knights vs Dragons dual deck, or at least the Knights version of the Knights vs Dragons dual deck, there are some really good cards in that one. So I highly recommend saving yo monies. It's probably super expensive.
About 5.
Oh, KC4. Remember how I got like the 2 most expensive cards?
You just pulled the third one?
I just got the 3rd one. It is Tezzeret, Artifice Master. It's a Planeswalker. 3, 2 blue. It's obviously a Planeswalker. Starts with 5 counters. Its +1 is create a 1/1 colorless Thopter creature token with flying. Its 0 is draw a card if you control 3 or more artifacts. Draw 2 cards instead. And its -9 is you get an emblem with at the beginning of your end step. Search your library for a permanent card, put it into the battlefield, then shuffle your library. So that's top 3 cards, non-foil, of course, I got so far. So now number 4 is that of Johnny, Adversary of Tyrants. So hopefully I'm gonna be pulling one of them.
Yeah, look at that.
You can look the fuck out of that one, Casey Fuller, by all means. Oh, I just spent one. Oh, it's a token, so it doesn't matter. It's okay, guys. Don't worry. I bet a card, but it was just a token, and I probably got 1 million of them already. Probably got 1 million of most of these cards anyway, because half of them are reprints. Is that different than the one that's in the set?
Yes.
I'm assuming? Yeah. 'Cause I think the Planeswalker decks give different Planeswalkers of that sort than the ones that you actually
A
get in the
lot
set.
lower and a lot weaker.
Yeah, the ones in the Planeswalker decks are not great, but it's a Planeswalker, so there's that, right? But my rare in this pack is Remorseful Cleric, 1 and a white creature spirit cleric. It's 2/1 flying, and sacrifice this and exile all cards from target player's graveyard. So if somebody's just grabbing shit out of their graveyard, be like, nope, get fucked.
Not anymore.
Then I got a foil shock, which is not as cool as a lightning bolt, but it's close. Lightning bolt is 1 red mana to do 3 damage to target creature or player. This is 1 red mana to do 2 damage to any target. So not terrible, but it's no lightning bolt. But I can realize now that they reprinted Gutter Snipe why they didn't reprint Lightning Bolt as well. Because those I have both of those in my burn deck. But they did oh, that's destroy target artifact. Never mind. It was smelt. Diamond Mare. Oh, they even made a shiny dude. Just made a diamond. It's gotta be worth some money.
Right?
That's in the Mare cycle. I guess there's one of every 5 colors and an artifact. So there's that. Dryad Green Seeker. Switcheroo. I remember this card from before. And my rare is Vivian's Invocation. I got a Meandering River and an Avatar token. Now, Vivian's Invocation. Every single word in the entire English language is on this card, so let me go through it real quick. It's 5, 2 green, sorcery. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on top of your... I almost went through the whole thing, but I fucked up. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. When a creature is put into a graveyard into the battlefield this way, it deals damage equal to its power to target creature and opponent controls. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I got 6 packs left in my original box. In case he was nice enough to bring by a couple packs for me. Didn't really bring them by because they actually went to my house first. This is one we talked about earlier today, Casey Fuller. This is Elvish Clan Caller. 2-drop elf 1/1. Other elves you control get +1/+1. You can pay 4 to green and tap it. Search your library for a card named this Elvish Clan Caller. Put it into your battlefield and then shuffle your library.
Yes.
So you keep pooping out those guys over and over. Non-fucking stat. I keep trying to hand the open packs to Casey, but I just throw them behind me now, so I don't know why I keep doing that. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you while you're being while you are being super. Look at you, Casey. You are being super helpful. Now I'm gonna after this card, I'm gonna show you what Casey's doing. He's just being a helpful little cherub. He's my little Cupid of helpfulness. But this rare is Patient Rebuilding. It's 3 and 2 blue enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, target opponent puts the top 3 cards of their library into their graveyard. Then you draw a card for each land card put in the graveyard that way. Oh shit. So when it's your turn, you pick a dude, they put 3 cards on their library to the graveyard. Then every time they put a land card out there, you draw a fucking card.
That would be
yeah.
Awesome addition to a fucking mill deck.
No doubt. Remember that guy we were talking about at Fight Club that has that mill deck?
That asshole?
Yeah. Look at what Casey is doing right now. Look at that. He is just being helpful. He's my little cherub. He's my special little boy. He's sorting out my cards by color, getting them all stacked up, ready to go for later. He found something he liked.
No, just the effects of him. You gave him madness, this dude would be unblockable.
Which one's that? Bristling Borth can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. Yeah. Because the menace would say that he can only be blocked by 2 or more, but he can't be blocked by more than 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would
I
be
think you're right.
Fuck you card.
I had to do some math really quick in my head, and it really hurt my brain. So I'm not sure if he's correct or not, but it seems correct.
Legit.
Yeah, we'll call it correct for now. My rare in this pack is Spitflame. 2 and a red. It's an instant. Does 4 damage to target creature. Whenever a dragon enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay a red if you do return this from your graveyard to your hand. Good addition to Dragon deck. Dragons. So I am 3 packs down. I got 3 packs left. This one is the one of those 3, and I've only gotten the top 3 most expensive cards. I'm really upset about that. But anyway, I'm gonna open this one to see what we get. You're gonna say something. What were you gonna say? Or don't you remember?
I don't even remember now.
Excellent. That's not one of them. But I got a miscaller, one blue, Merfolk Wizards. Casey likes him some Merfolks.
I do.
So do I, though. So we're at an impasse here. It's a Merfolk Wizard, 1/1. You can sacrifice this until end of turn. If a non-creature token would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile it instead. So if somebody has like a token deck, yeah, and they don't play something that gives them a token, they lose that token. Alright, second to last pack of my first box of that stuff. 2019. So far, I'm happy with this box. This is a good box. This might be one of my best boxes I've opened of all. No, probably not, but it's up there. I got a foil forest. That's cool. I got a prodigious growth. All of those could be wrong, and I don't know. But it's an enchantment aura. My rare, it's 4 and 2 green. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +7/+7, has trample. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, damn.
Just drop that on somebody who's already like a 10/10 creature. Guess what? 17/17. She's only 17.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
If you're 18, I'll be okay with it.
Yes. Legal age, of course.
Yes.
I don't know what you're thinking, Warren, singing a song about a 17-year-old girl, but come on now. But we got my last, in my pack, or my box at least, my last rare is a Supreme Phantom, 1 in a blue, spirits. It's 1/3 with flying, and other spirits you control get +1/+1. Looks like I'm rebuilding my spirit deck. So these are my rares and my foils. Super and my mythics. Actually, I got Tezzeret. He's only the 3rd most expensive card. But guess what? Crucible of Worlds, 2nd most expensive card. And Nicol Bolas, most expensive card in the set. As of right now. This is, what is today? The 20th, not the 20th. 20th is this Friday. 13th it came out. So 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th? I could just look at my computer.
18th.
Look how smart you are, Casey Fuller, making me look like a goddamn retard. Just looked at my computer, which has a clear date and time. Now, I also want to say Casey Fuller was nice enough to donate these 4 packs. So we're going to open them up because I need 600 cards opened. I can't just open up, a few packs. You don't need the wrappers, do you?
No.
Okay. So make sure you don't sort these in with these cards. So we're going to go through these real quick. The commons are pretty much common. Makes sense, right? Looks like, no, that's not an alpha. It was an alpha. You got a vampire, though. Ooh, look at that. Liliana's Contract. That's the one card I got. That's the 3-drop, 2 black. Enters battlefield, draw 4 cards. You can lose 4 life at the beginning of your upkeep. If you control 4 or more demons with different names, you win the game. Looks like Casey's building him a demon deck.
Oh, my demon deck's being upgraded. Yes, sir.
Upgraded as fuck. Watch him get like 4 of these. And
I would be pissed.
No, I wouldn't be pissed. I mean, you could use it for that.
I mean, yeah, but it would be nice to get different.
Yeah, you're right. Hellion. Ooh, Mythic. Oh, that's actually not a cheap card. The Scape Shift here. Let me double check. Let me double check that. That's a $14 card.
Oh.
Scape Shift. It's 2 and 2 green. Unfortunately, this is not mine. This is Casey's. It's a sorcery. Sacrifice any number of lands. Search your library for up to that many land cards, then put them into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Now, that doesn't sound that great because you're sacrificing lands, but think of it this way. Say you have like, 5 of these basic lands that just give you 1 color. You can search your library for 5 of these that give you 1 of each color.
True.
Yes.
Or 5 different lands that give you 2 mana.
There you go. Exactly. So we got Plummet. I'm glad you got that, not me. I'm sure I got a couple though. I don't have enough of those. Oh, look what you
Oh!
got. He's happy about that one. He wants that. He wants no maximum hand size. That's what he wants in life. Then you get, ooh, Gin of Wishes. This is pretty cool. You got a Tranquil Expanse in it. This is 3/2 blue. It's a Gin, 4/4, has flying. When it enters battlefield, it enters with 3 wish counters on it. You can pay 2 and 2 blue and remove a wish counter from it, and reveal the top card of your library. You may play that card without paying its mana cost if you don't exile it.
I'm gonna definitely keep that one.
You better keep that one. I got a couple of those from the originals that they came out in. Didn't get any in my first box, but we got a whole another box to go. But we got a last pack for Casey Full. This is going to mark the 600th cards somewhere in here. 600 cards. We got goblins, we got that, we got this, we got those. Commons don't. Oh, we got a dragon. You got a dragon.
I do.
You got a vampire. You got a scarecrow, giant goblin warrior. Not a giant goblin warrior, it's just goblin warrior. And your rare is transmograph. Oh, you got a foil too. So we'll look at that foil in a second here. And we got a transmogrifying wand. Easy for me to think I can say. 3-drop artifact enters the battlefield with 3 charge counters on it. You can pay 1 and tap, remove a charge counter from this, destroy target creature. Its controller creates a 2/4 white ox creature token. Activate this ability only anytime you can cast a sorcery. It's kind of weird. I mean, I guess it's good if they have like a 6/6 flying dragon. I would rather that 6/6 flying dragon be a 2/4 ox. So I guess it's not terrible.
But that doesn't say opponent, does it?
Destroy target. Nope, it just says target creature.
So you could actually use that to your advantage.
Yeah, you could
have a 0/1 sapling or something.
Yup. Now you got a 2/4 Oxywox.
Yeah.
Then last, I'm sure this is over 600 because we got some foils in this thing, but 600th card we're gonna say for fakesies is Infernal Scarring. Black, a colorless enchantment aura. Enchanted creature gets +2/+0 and has, when this creature dies, draw a card. So that is going to do it for the 600th episode of PackCrackers. Beetaloo. Okay, that's. I was wondering why nothing was moving on the screen, just because my arm has been sitting there. But anyway, that's going to do the 600 packs. These are Casey's cards, or 600 cards, not 600 packs. I'm not crazy. So tune in 100 episodes where I open up 700 more packs. You want to help me out with that one too, Casey?
Hell yeah.
Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. Tune in next week for the official core set. I'm going to be opening up some Planeswalker decks. I'm going to be opening up some cards, giving away free giveaway next Thursday, and the bundle pack on Friday. So keep watching, and I'll keep cracking. Bye-bye. Say goodbye, Casey.
Later.